Hello friend, how is it going? Welcome back to Toyota Maintenance YouTube channel. 2014 Toyota Prius V. Very desirable model for its incredible practicality. Will you not say so? Look how that trunk is ginormous. For that, it's hard to find them used. People keep them. Nobody's really selling them. This one looks absolutely mint inside out. Has 162,000 miles, but unfortunately didn't escape the fate of the blown head gasket. This vehicle was diagnosed by a different shop because it started having hard start and triggered the check engine light. The other shop actually down the street, they took it in for the owner. I'm not sure. The owner says he lost me because I moved this year, right? My shop moved, so I serviced their vehicles, not this one. So he forgot, couldn't find me or something, so he gave it to that other shop. And they are focused on German stuff. So they took it in, scanned the computer, misfire on the cylinder number 1, which is right here. And I guess they saw maybe the coolant was lower. I don't know. Maybe they researched something and they said, let's put a pressure tester on an entire cooling system. And they found out apparently enormous, huge leak of the coolant into the number 1 cylinder. So actually they contacted the owner and they gave him some high estimate to repair that. I believe it was like $5,000. So he finally started calling around and took extra time to find me. This stuff, it was quite interesting because they kept all these things. They kept writing on it, like, look at this. Wiper arm linkage. So everything here is marked. It was in the trunk. He called around. He finally found me and he said, yeah, I want you to do that, obviously. Not shops which are not focused on this brand. So I'm working on it. I'm taking it apart, filming stuff. I was filming something else. But I just realized, great opportunity to show you another common problem with this engine. You see it there, 2ZRFXE. This generation, very, very common. 2 different problems. This is the EGR system, and there is always a lot of stuff in it. It's basically plugged, especially right here, this pipe. But I already talked about everything except what I want to film. But I want to show you how this intake is completely flooded with the oil, engine oil. So I'm in the stage of removal of this throttle body, which was held by 4 bolts. And look already on the back. Guys, this is what we see. And this is what's happening, and it's so far on every single one of them, and it can trigger its own different problem, which will have to be diagnosed and repair. And when the owner dropped off this vehicle, I told him, I'm glad you brought it. I love to do this job, but I'm also glad you gave it to me from different reason. I'm already aware of these things coming, so I'm giving you quote, but that will be all included in it. Not that entire job will be done. I'm already know I will be doing deep cleaning of the EGR system, the carbon, and I already know I will have to really in detail clean the intake because it will be completely flooded with the engine oil. Let me show you finally. I always struggle for you to give you the best visibility, the best picture. The lighting, right? Lighting in these areas, also the lack of the space. So you can see basically the lowest part of this plastic intake. This keeps popping back in the way. I don't know why. But let me show you. I will risk my life and put my finger in the deep, deep hole. Look at this. There is, guys. There is in this lower part, there's accumulated, can you see it? Approximately inch. There is a sitting inch of the engine oil. Isn't that amazing? And I want to show it to you. This is always when I do these jobs. It's always there. Let me go ahead and disconnect that EGR pipe you see here from that intake manifold. It's a two 10mm bolts, and let's continue with the main 12mm bolts. Oh, do I not have it set up correctly? Let's see. That's a pretty powerful fuel machine. Okay, it was tight. True. Maybe I overestimated it. We can crack them open and use the power tool. Yeah, the side ones are definitely tight. And I can't wait to show you guys, because this is amazing how this design works. The side of it, this engine. As I said, there were certain situations when these engines will have different coats. It will trigger the check engine light. It will have a coat. Now we have that vent. We have there that vent hose, and that brings that insanity in. So I will, even with the hand, move this clamp, and I will disconnect this, and this is the one which brings all that mud or mug. You will see sometimes it's yellow, there's that oil and moisture in it. It's crazy. So that needs to be disconnected. Just showing you, so you can actually see absolutely everything, right? That's the whole idea, to show you the whole thing live, not just some little pieces of it, but you will see it all. And the careful wiggle, I believe this is the last pipe connected here to that switchover valve. And yeah, I'm glad you can see it. I've been careful. And here comes that intake. We will put it on the bench and you will see how it looks around. I mean, basically, logically, it's coming in this pipe. Right? If I really want to clean it, I need to remove this. But this is already leaking. And it keeps coming out. Not as much as I expected. But look at it, right? This is sitting right next to the throttle body. it's still full here. Is this blocked or something? It's not coming. Oh yeah, look at it. See that? So your intake, it's right here plugged. This is halfway plugged where we just disconnected that large hose. I don't want to make it worse for myself, but let me show you. Step by step. What is the angle? Can you see anything? Do I have to bring extra light here, or what is happening? It's fall, right? So everything's getting dark early. So it's like hardened. The last one I did, it was a muggy. It was a soft yellow. This one is more hardened. So there is all kinds of crap right here in that large pipe. This is that carbon. This is right here what will be cleaned for the EGR purpose. And if you look inside this intake, it's actually not so bad like the last one I did. The last one was way worse. You could scrape here. Here is like a not even a millimeter of that mess. On the last one, my friend, there was like 2 or 3 millimeters of buildup in these tubes where the air is supposed to freely flowing. It was absolute hardcore. This one is in way better condition. As I said, this pipe was last time like halfway clogged. So it's better. Knowing all of that, I always get from a dealer this ventilation valve, PCV ventilation valve. I always replace that. I show you that in different video, but I want to show you inside of this hose. Because I see the crack, which is right there. I will grab the light. Let's hope that together with light and my gloves, you can see inside. Do you see how basically that hose, it's like what I see halfway plugged, right? And that's because the valve, in the other case, last time I did it was way worse, way worse. This vehicle might be not driven all the time, I'm not sure, it's just different. It only makes sense to replace the valve right here, the ventilation valve, because it cost less than $10 from Toyota. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumb up and be subscribed and keep watching all the videos. I appreciate your support. I appreciate your interest, and I'm trying my best. Despite the fact I get so behind, I do my best to show you everything what is interesting out from my shop. On top of it, right, we have that project there, 1GRFE, we will be taking it apart completely, bolt by bolt, piece by piece, with explanation. What is this? What is that? So that's another thing, just waiting. Maybe again, when the head will be in the machine shop, I will have another episode about this engine. Thank you for watching and have a great day, my friend.